Hey everybody, welcome to Amateur Decorating Like a Pro. I am Catherine. Glad to be back with you guys for a little while. Listen, I hit the wrong button on my computer at 2:30 a.m. in the morning when I was really sleepy, and I lost over 90,000 pictures and short videos. Yes, so I am beginning from scratch. But anyway, all is well. Just means everything will be fresh, right? So let's move on in today's video. You know, we're getting into early summer, and guys, yeah, the flowers seem to be going away. But guess what? We can do some fresh greens. We can do faux greens. We can do whatever. Just keep it green going into summer and into fall. And if you're gonna love green into the holidays, go ahead and get it now when you see it. So thanks a lot for watching. Just gonna share a few ideas for decorating with green throughout the home with a little bit of faux florals. Let's go ahead and go to work. Thank you so much for joining us again today. I think a lot of times we struggle with scale because we're trying to embrace either too much of a wall or too much of a surface in front of the wall. Now, this large floral arrangement I absolutely love. The florals are from a real nursery. The large glass vase is from West Elm. And the reason why this works against the large wall is because the scales match up. The little dinky faux floral on the very right doesn't work because it looks cheap and it looks lost in the whole arrangement. So that's something you want to keep in mind. Match scale for scale. Want to clean up the air indoors? Well, grab some stems or branches from cut plants in the yard and put them in a cylinder vase. That's a way to freshen up the air indoors. Speaking of live plants, these two large ferns were on my front porch last spring. I brought them inside for winter and I added large red berry picks to them. Here's another large glass vase. It came from at home earlier in the spring. And guys, it makes a statement all on its own. I have 3 large roses in it and some stems for roses that I cut off of the top. And that's what's inserted. There's no filler or anything like that. Now, I did go back and add 2 more roses, but those cut stems, I let stay there because it gave me more of that green that I wanted to bring into the room for summer and spring. And I love an open book on a coffee table. I am very unapologetic about what I like, and I love blue and white. So these Christmas ornaments infused with these moss balls as well as these boxwoods in this mirrored tray is perfection to me. We like what we like over here. When you combine the two, you can fulfill 2 obligations. You get your color and you get your natural elements put together. You also have a theme for the shapes that you're using together. Some of them are smooth, some of them are rugged, and then some of them are more textural. So this tells a story, and it's a little bit artsy, and I don't mind that. Now, I wouldn't leave this on the dining room table because I already have something similar in color on the wall. But yes, this is perfect for a coffee table. And if I put it on the coffee table, this is going to be the statement on the top of the coffee table. The only thing left is to add an element. Fire. Yes, I would add a candle, and I can do 2 pillared candlesticks or just 1 small candle on the table. I have loved my coffee table for a minute. I put it on Facebook Market, so soon it will be leaving, guys. You know, our styles change over the years, and it's time for an upgrade. What can I say, love? We YouTubers love our ginger jars in all colors and sizes. Again, I'm focused on the scale. I filled this one with bubble wrap, something we all have plenty of right about now. And then I topped it off with some craft paper to hold everything in place. The bubble wrap is on the bottom. The bubble wrap fills in around the sides of the ginger jar, and then the craft paper holds everything in place at top. So I've got a lift, and now all I've got to do is fluff everything outward. Don't make these so perfect. You know, let them be a little wild, as if you pick these things from nature and you place them in the jar. And yes, go out and grab a couple of branches and put them in some water. That's a floral arrangement. It's a trend right now, and I know that your place will light up seeing some elements of nature from outdoors. Magnolias and cattails, they always make a beautiful combination to me. This is the case of using what you got. So guys, taking these two branches, again, one of each, putting them together with a rubber band and placing them in the ginger jar. Yes, I used bubble wrap. Remember, it's plentiful this time around. And I filled up the bottom and along the sides. And of course, I used that craft paper around the top to hold everything in place, just like before. Now remember to spread out the branches, twist the leaves forward, backwards, in various directions. You want the whole arrangement to look full and interesting, even if you don't have a lot inside. With our walls being creamy, I knew that I needed something else to pop against these green leaves. So I did have 5 magnolias in another arrangement, so I borrowed them and put those over here for now until I can get to the store and find some more. Just like there are a plethora of styles of vases and things like that for floral arrangements, think about it. It's not fair to classify something as old-fashioned or antiquated anymore. Don't bother doing that because you never ever know what's going to come back around. And when you think about floral containers, like the rectangular boxes right now, they've been around for a minute. And your decor designers have known that, and they are doing an amazing job with putting these guys back on the shelves in a big way. They are in brass, they are in copper. It's amazing, guys. So they're super expensive. So you can build one just like I did if you want to, or you can go out and buy one and just spend a lot of money for them. But yeah, they are back and they have never left. But just know that it is one compact way of doing a beautiful floral arrangement and having something bold and impactful in a room. That's why I love them. And I also like the vibe, that whole vintage vibe associated with it. So if I am going to go modern on one end of the room, then I can pull out this guy and do something completely different. I love the white florals in it. And most of these florals came from Hobby Lobby, and the white magnolias are from the bridal area over on the sides, the little picks here. And I only had like 4 or 5 and I bought them all. And these roses, as you can see, I cut those off and those are part of the ones that are in the living room in that blue vase. And so I'm going every other one in this arrangement. So yeah, this is a great way to do an impact piece with a floral rectangular box, be it expensive or inexpensive or a DIY. Trust me, they're going to be here for a minute and you will eventually work your way up to them at some point depending on your style. Okay, they can be glass if you want, or they can be wood, or they can be copper or metals or whatever you want. So just here to let you know, they're here to stay. Now, perhaps because I am wanting to simplify my decorating style in our home, I am starting to do the same thing with floral arrangements. The begonia is a very bulky flower, and I used to love doing floral arrangements with them because they were impactful. And now it's like they're such a dominant floral centerpiece when I use them, that since I am not a master florist, I'm really trying to perfect how to downplay it. So, for instance, I realize that this is just so much white. It's just a little too much. And I purchased these picks from Hobby Lobby, and they're in sets of 3, and they were $5. So inserting the additional green so that that would push some of that snowy white back made a difference to me. It just made it pop more. I didn't see so much of the stem at the top of the vase, and it worked for me. So you might want to try that. Also, you can add different shapes to it, but it is still going to be a dominant flower. So, you want to be careful with that. But I thought more greens would make a difference, and I was very happy with how this turned out. Now, I have overworked these tulips in our home for years now, so they're on their way out. They've been cut, and I have to put them together with a rubber band to stick them down in the ginger jar, and they just flop over the top like that. But now that they're a little too short for anything else, but too long for the glass vase that I want to put them in for the breakfast table. So I am just cutting away the stem, going to remove that wire on the inside so that way it will just kind of stand up straight in this short jar. Now, I had one more. That's why you see the tag on there. I went and got that one just so you would see what I actually did. I didn't have an illustration for it, so I had to buy one so you can see that. So there is already tape across the top of the vase so that the stem just slides right into one of those little holes, and it stands up straight, and it looks more natural to me that way. And then I take the leaves and just stick them down on the inside, but the leaf is attached to that bottom stem, by the way. But yeah, it looks a whole lot better on the breakfast table, and the flowers do look like they're sort of standing up straight instead of flopping over. See? I purchased this flower pot, 2 of them from At Home, I think last year. And at a topiary ball, the kitchen counter is set with green. I just received the most amazing email from one of my subscribers who just completed a piece of artwork. I'm so excited. I love when you guys try the things that I suggest in these videos and you send me pictures. You bless me tremendously. So please keep the pictures coming, and I'm excited. I'm not inconvenienced by the footage that I have lost. It's just a delight to keep going and keep soaring, because all it takes is the power of one person to motivate someone, and that's what you guys do to me. Jessica Taylor, thank you so much. The artwork is beautiful. Well, that's it for me, guys. I want to thank you so much for stopping by this channel and tuning in today. Hope you found it very interesting and some creative ways to add greenery to various spaces. Now, if you are not a subscriber, please consider doing so today. If you're watching it on your smart device, someone else's device, and you're maybe visiting them and you want to watch it for yourself at your own discretion, then click the QR code on the screen and then you can take me with you. Thanks a lot for watching, and as always, stay in prayer and stay creative.